Under the Lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's time for Dodger Baseball. Next. Julio Urias gets the start for Los Angeles in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. Pitched less than 5 innings in his last one, was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
Now to the plate, here is D. Strange Gordon. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And now the first pitch. And he takes ball one. Dan DeRosa, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, DeRosa, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1 and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pollock has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. DeRosa, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
Nicolas Castellanos comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Now a ball lined hard toward right center, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting first, the first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Next, it'll be Joey Votto. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now the pitch. They'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Now the 2-0 is taken, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's bounced foul. It's 2-2. And it's fouled away.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Another try at 2-2. Down the first baseline. He's got it. Muncie will win the race to first easily, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Tyler Mahle will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And now, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. From the stretch. Line drive, base hit down the line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
To the plate now, Justin Turner. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games, they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Dero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Strike taken up in the zone. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch-out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Corey Seeger, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's gone 3 for 6. Outside, 3-0 now.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
3-1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop. Now Corey with a swing and a deep drive to right. Looking up is the right fielder. Still going back. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So it's a 2-run homer for Corey Seeger. 4th home run here in the early going, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
I swear I like 1,000 out. Rising to the top.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb at the bottom of the first.
So here's Cody Bellinger, as he'll take a look at ball one. He'll enter play here at 3:04. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. Here comes the 1-0. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Here now is Will Smith, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Comes set with the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 LA. Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. In past meetings with Julio Urias, he's 1 for 2. Now the first pitch. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Suarez is exactly a .260 hitter. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch.
I got to count 2-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
3-2 now.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home, and that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
In now for the Reds, Mike Moustakas, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. first pitch of the AB on its way. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Arias has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
Weak grounder down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Suarez on at first, nobody out. Fouled off.
Oh, the old classic two-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the move is Pollock, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
That is it.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Corey Seeger. Cal Ripken Jr., anyone? This guy looks like the spitting image of Iron Man. I think he's just scratching the surface of a Hall of Fame career. Multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves, you name it. Corey Seager is on fire.
In now, Aristidis Aquino. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So next to hit is Nick Senzel. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. He's set and the pitch, and he fouls this one off.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Runner on first with 2 away. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Here comes the 1-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Here now the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bellinger's on his horse. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Reds lead 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. And now in the box, A.J. Pollock. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Now here's the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Senzel's got it, and there's one gone.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Joey Votto. I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his defense because he's so dynamic on the offensive side, but one of the most prepared players in our sport, and half of that is definitely attributed to the defensive side of the ball.
Next up is Max Muncie, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He'll enter play here at an even .250. 4 home runs and a dozen RBIs. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted in the air to center field. Senzel is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting in, the second baseman, Fred Taylor.
Next up for Los Angeles, Chris Taylor. His prior history versus this arm, just a 1 for 9. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Whoa, that's down.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. One and 2 as he chases the slider.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. So now to the plate, Tucker Barnhart. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence, he's got great body language on the mound, he's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1.
One ball, 1 strike.
This pitch is popped up. Smith over to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. So here now's the pitcher, Tyler Mahle. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Ball in.
One out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Stepping in now, Gordon. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now here it comes.
Nope, outside.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And the Reds have their first hit of the game.
Up next for Cincinnati, the right fielder,
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope.
Starts him out with a changeup
Ball
off
one,
the
no
plate
strike.
for ball one. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike one.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Changeup, good pitch there, 1-2. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Here comes the 1-2.
No, that's ball.
Strange Gordon, the runner at first with two gone. Runner goes for second, and an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. One left for Cincinnati. They trail it here 2-0. So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Julio Urias, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike one. Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's kicked out.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Now the 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Senzel is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
Next for the Dodgers, Justin Turner, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the first pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1. Two balls, no strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Nope. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. And this pitch is taken here for ball 4. So the Dodgers able to extend the inning here with 2 away.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Pollock.
2 down with a runner at first. And up next, the former All-Star shortstop, Seeger.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off-speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
The 1-0 home. Hit back up the middle. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Fastball called strike 1 and 2. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Dodgers strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. And the pitch. Hit out towards second. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Into the box now, Eugenio Suarez. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. That evens it up 1-1. Votto aboard here at first with nobody out. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Here comes the 1-2. Is taken for ball 2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Now a high fly ball headed for the corner in left. It has the distance. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Now another 2-2 in the dirt, but it's swung on for the third strike. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. One down with a runner at second. And up next, the former World Series hero, Mike Moustakas. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0.
2-0.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear they don't want to challenge this guy right here, but working around a guy can come back to bite you at times.
Two balls and a strike.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Grounded down the third baseline. The 2-2. Aristidis Aquino will be next. The 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Digging in next, Aristidis Aquino looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. Fouled away. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take when he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Standing in now, Nick Senzel, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Has a look, now the pitch. In the dirt, goes to third with it, and it's too late as he's in there. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Second and third, 2 away. There's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
Here's the 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Reds strand a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field and Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. At the plate now is Will Smith. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, inside.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Fastball well outside. Swung on, missed, 2-1. Fouled off. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first
Now
out.
batting, left fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Up next, A.J. Pollock hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
1-0.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Hit to short. He's right there. And there's out number 2.
Up next is Dodger, the first baseman, Max Muncie.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncie. The pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I gotta believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We played 4 full. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Reds nothing. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds' offense with their manager between innings, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count. something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Your attention, please.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Dustin May will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And now it'll be the catcher, Tucker Barnhart. Here's the first pitch. He'll start in with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
High and away, not close. 3-0.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Tyler Mahle. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
One there, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
At the plate, DeStrange Gordon, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a hot shot toward third. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Pollock. And he makes the catch in the corner. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now. So stepping in is Joey Votto. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And it's fouled away. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to Muncie gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. Dodgers out in front 2-1. Now at the plate, Chris Taylor. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
He's set. Here it comes. Fastball well outside. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. The pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball two. Here now the 2-2.
You can bet they'd love ball four here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Zach Rex will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 84.
First pitch on its way. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Here's Mookie Betts as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fouled away. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Three and two. 3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home. Drilled down the line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Now it'll be Justin Turner. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on the way.
Nope. Ball one.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Betts leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
He's set and a 2-1 pitch. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Runner back standing. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Wade Miley trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Number 22.
Seeger will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch hit well towards the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw home, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, DeRosa. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. That's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a little blooper to center. Strange Gordon ranging into the outfield. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning here for the guys in blue.
I bought it, I get it, I get it, I got it, I got it, I'm good, I'm with it, I get it, I get it, I got it, I got it, I'm good, you dig it, squad hustle like a relay.
Blake Trinan takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the sixth about to get started. And into the batter's box next, a guy who's developed into one of the big-time power hitters in the league, Eugenio Suarez. From the stretch.
Yep, that ball went out.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Now the 1-0.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
The 1-1 pitch. Is strike two, swinging.
I got to count 1 and 2.
That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2. Now here it comes. High and deep down the left field line.
Ah, man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. It's going to have to find a way to refocus. Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
So now to the plate, Mike Moustakas. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Career against Blake Trinan. He's 1 for 3. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 2-0 on the way. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Now here it comes. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here.
Now batting, number 44.
Stepping up is Aristidis Aquino. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
He's set and the pitch. And this is low, ball 1. Late that time for a strike.
1-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Nick Senzel is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Moustakas is off of first with 2 away. Red center fielder in front with a 2-0 count.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Three and 0 now.
Ball 3.
Tucker Barnhart would be next. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now batting, catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Next up, Tucker Barnhart, career against Blake Trinan. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short, right to him. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Bottom of the 6th inning now. And next will be the speedy catcher, Will Smith. Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch.
That's a ball.
Two balls and no strikes. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
The 3-0 pitch. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and that'll bring up A.J. Pollock. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Miley sets. Here's the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Senzel backing up on it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, Matt Muncie.
Next to hit, Max Muncie. Head-to-head history with Wade Miley. He's 1 for 5. And now the first pitch.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Three runs, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
The 2-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home. He loses him on ball 4.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and in to hit next, it'll be the ever-versatile Chris Taylor. From the stretch, here's the pitch. He swings and misses. Throw down. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here. Muncie stands at second with 2 gone. Nope. 1-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation. Don't be afraid to put him on base and attack the next guy.
2 out here and a runner at second. And might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with the base open to work with.
Hit in the air to shallow center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for LA as the lead remains 3-1.
So I ain't saving you or cleaning house. Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Scott Alexander will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Gavin Lux is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Jesse Winker is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time, as it's well off the outside. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
That was a nasty pitcher's pitch right there. Most guys strike out on that one. He was able to scramble at a little bit and give him another chance, and hopefully this pitcher misses over the heart of the plate.
2-2 the count. The pitch.
3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. Fouled off. And a good take there, as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, D-Strange Gordon. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Nobody out, runner on first. One and one to the Reds leadoff man. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
The right fielder, number 2.
Next up is Nicolas Castellanos, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Striding in is Joey Votto, trying here to plate the tying run from second. He's set. Here it comes.
Nope, that's the ball.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
And a fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And looked like the sinker here, but a good job of knocking this thing down. Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Well, that's just not a good look for the guy on the mound. Bases loaded. You expect him to bear down and really fight to get an out, but instead, he walks home a run on 4 pitches.
Corey Knebel is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. In now, Eugenio Suarez, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. His head-to-head numbers against Corey Knebel, just a 1 for 9. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. 2-1 after the foul ball there. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And the tying run is in to score from third.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
At the plate now, Mike Moustakas, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Grounded softly down the line toward first, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now.
When the guy on the mound has complete command of his off-speed, especially his changeup, sometimes as a hitter you just have to give up pull side to stay on it.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Runners are at first and third, one away. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready now, 2-strike pitch on its way. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow, and that's not going to do it. Lux backs up and takes care of it, 2 away. Next, it'll be Aristidis Aquino. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Here's the first pitch. He's set the 0-1, and he fouls this one off. Oh, and 2. Here it is.
You know, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Here's the 1-2. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Here's the 2-2, and it's fouled away. The 2-2 pitch, and he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Badrosian will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
For Cincinnati, number 46, Badrosian.
Now into the box, Gavin Lux. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Here's the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And look out as this one catches him, and a big mistake there, as now the go-ahead run is aboard to lead off the inning.
Well, he might be feeling a little bit of a sting there, but he can take comfort in knowing that he represents the go-ahead run. That could turn out to be a huge hit by pitch.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mookie Betts. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First pitch of the AB now.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that. The 0-2 delivery.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Into the box, Justin Turner, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. In there, and it's even at 1.
I can't imagine that pitcher was trying to put it right over the heart of the plate. Thank God he took that pitch right there, or he'd be getting one back from the umpire.
Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready with the 1-2. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Next at the plate will be Corey Seeger, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll dive back in safely. Set to deliver the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Dodgers lead 1. Score remains tied at 3-3. Tommy Kahnle has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 44, Tommy Kahnle.
So now into the box is Nick Senzel. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1, no strike.
Now the 1-0.
2-0.
2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box now, Tucker Barnhart. A ball and no strikes.
Count 1-0.
Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. 1-1 to Tucker Barnhart. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Tyler Naquin will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 27, Tyler.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And another throw over. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
You know, I think he tried to be even quicker with his pickoff throw over the first that time than the move he showed earlier. And when you do that, sometimes your feet and arm aren't in sync, and it causes you to throw it away just like that one.
From the stretch. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. In his career, Naquin carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. And it's 1-1. Swing and a liner. And you can't ask for much more off the bench as he'll drive that run in with extra bases. He pulls into second safely as a run is also in, and with it, they take the lead.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
Stepping in now, DeStrange Gordon. Late square, and this is popped up. Canely is there, and he'll bring this one in. So a runner at second, 2 down now. And the right-handed hitting Nicolas Castellanos will bat next. He's set, and the pitch. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Behind 0-2 now.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Swing and a flare down the line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. The relay on to second, but he's in safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 on its way. To third. Gloved by Turner. Throw on to Muncie, gets him, and with that, they'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Reds 5 and the Dodgers 3.
Ladies
Lucas
and
Sims
gentlemen,
is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Cincinnati, number 39, Lucas Sims.
Bottom of the inning now. And digging in is the outfielder, Cody Bellinger.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
First pitch on its way.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ready with the 1-0. That's by him for strike one.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Here it comes on 1-1.
Ball two.
Swung on and missed. That's strike two.
2-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Now batting, catcher, Will.
Stepping in once again is Will Smith. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch.
Nope, that's down.
These are the moments that don't always show up on the highlight film right here. Big spot. They have a chance right here. This guy mixes in a knock. They have a chance to get right back in this game. If not, if he grounds into a double play, it's pretty much over.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll 2.
Bellinger gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that misses. 2-1. Two and 2 to the Dodgers catcher. Fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
To the plate now, A.J. Pollock. And he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
Max Muncie is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this is a huge out right here. 2 outs in the 8th inning. If this guy comes in and does his job, they hand it over to that beast in the 9th.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. The 1-2.
2-2 count.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for LA. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Joe Kelly will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Edwin Rios is also into the ball game as he'll hit in the number 8 spot here. All set to start the 9th in this one. And standing in is the veteran 3rd baseman, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch of the AB on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Now here's the pitch. This is hit sharply to the left side. And that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
At the plate, Mike Moustakas. In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and just 1 pitch after giving up the base knock, he uncorks a wild one and allows him to go to second. That's like giving a guy a double that he didn't even earn. That'll drive you crazy when you're on the mound.
Now the 1-0. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Betts at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. Big spot here, and it'll be Aristidis Aquino. Oh, they might pitch around him here with a couple of bases empty. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact is a guaranteed ribby.
And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Standing in now, Nick Senzel. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
So bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him with one away. And next to bat will be Tucker Barnhart. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
0-1, here it comes. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. In the dirt, but swung on and missed.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Max Schrock will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big, big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. First pitch on its way. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. He's looking to deliver here with the bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. The set and the 1-0. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Suarez at third, Aquino at second, Senzel on at first with 2 down. Goes after the sinker there as this is fouled away.
I'm not going to lie, I thought he lost it right there. He had no feel for the baseball, missing wildly several balls in a row, but able to attack the zone right now. Let's see if he gets back into it.
2-1, here it is.
Down to 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Here's the 3-1. In there, and it's full 3-2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
Ready with the payoff pitch. High chopper over to the right side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Now a 6-3 game.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box, DeStrange Gordon, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Ready with the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Two and 1.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
In there, 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He set the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
Tony Gonsolin takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Number 26, Cody.
Nicolas Castellanos will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. That slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Reds 7 and the Dodgers 3. Amir Garrett, a 6-foot 5-inch left-hander, takes over on the mound now. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Edwin Rios. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
And he lays off for ball 1.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Here comes the 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
The batter will be Gavin Lux, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Swing and a liner, but this will land in foul territory. Still 1-2. Oh, and this one ran in and got him, and that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Well, they say beggars can't be choosers, and when you're losing, you can't always choose how you get on base, but you've got to get on any way that you can, so he'll take that, even though it probably hurts a little bit.
So now to the plate, Mookie Betts, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Aquino is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Into the box, Justin Turner. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. From the stretch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
The 0-1. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. The Dodgers down to their final strike. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, I don't know if he has a blister or some kind of mechanical glitch right now, but anytime you hit 2 batters in one game, let alone an inning, you're in trouble. We'll see if he can dial it back in before he hits another guy.
Sean Doolittle takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Here's Corey Seeger, and these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First offering on its way. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can forget about it. This ball is gone. So a 3-run blast to left center, and it's now a 1-run game, 7-6 now.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
The center fielder, number 35.
Into the box now, Cody Bellinger. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. His career line with Doolittle, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. 3 runs already home here. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And that one yanked just foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And he'll check his swing here. Did he go around? Yes, and the ball game is over.
Some more good work out of the bullpen as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice job.
A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. Cincinnati came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Cam Bedrosian gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base. For the Dodgers, 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 38 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout, 56,000.